What's up, divas, and what's up, divos? It's your girl April. So today is going to be a really simple video. I'm going to show bits and pieces of throughout the journey with this hair. As you guys already know, I did do a video about some other hair that I received, which was pure garbage, and unfortunately that's just how it was. Now for this particular video, this is not from AliExpress. However, I won't knock all of vendors from AliExpress because some of them really do, many of them, a lot of them really do have really great hair, and I've experienced that with a lot of them. But this one is not from AliExpress. This is Premierlacewigs.com, and they specialize in lace wigs, lace fronts, full lace wigs, weaving hair, and such. So their packaging comes just like this in a nice little box, and they hit me up on social media or Gmail because they see my social media and asked me would I like to do a video for them. Let me tell you guys, I love hair. I love getting stuff in the mail. I love getting packages in the mail. That's just my thing. So of course you guys already know I said yeah. Okay, so before I even begin, in case you're wondering what is the hair that I'm actually rocking today, this is my relaxed steam straight hair, which is like kind of like supposed to be like a relaxed perm look. From perfectlocks.com, and I actually made this to a unit. It is over 3 months old now, so I have been rocking this like quite frequently, every day damn near, for almost 3 months. So yes, I absolutely love this hair. Interested in getting a unit made by myself, you can always go to my website, which is gonewiththewigs.weebly.com, where I do sell custom made wigs that are in stock by me, as well as if you want to send your own hair in and get a custom unit as well. So I will post that link for you guys in the description box below. So let's get into this hair from Premierlacewigs.com. They have loads of extensions and wigs and just a lot of variety to choose from. And this is their 100% virgin Brazilian candy curl hair. So I have 3 bundles here and a closure. And I decided to get the short curly hair this time. 3 bundles, 10-inch closure, but they didn't have any more, so they gave me a 12-inch, which is fine as well. Now, the closure, like I said, this is Brazilian virgin, natural color, and this is what they call their candy curl. Now, the closure is kind of small, meaning the width and the length compared to other closures, if you can tell. It's kind of small. It's not really that big. However, it doesn't really bother me because a lot of people like their closures to be super big because you can part it just about anywhere. Really not too concerned when closures are this small either, because I'll always shift the wig around and make it fit. So like with this one, you know, I'll move it to the side, I'll put it in the middle. I don't really need the closure to be that good. Ladies, you got to know how to work it with what you got. So yes, that's how I do it. So this one is the closure. The knots are not bleached, but the hair is really soft, and this is what they call their candy curl. A lot of different companies call everything different, but this is what they call their candy curl. It's still a little damp from when they sent it to me, and I think this has a lot to do with them putting in the actual curls. You know, there is a method that they do to get the curls to come into this hair. I've seen this before, and it's really unique. It's kind of amazing because it's like, wow, they do just that one little thing, kind of, not really one little thing, but they do just that one trick to make the hair actually curl and stay curled. So the hair is soft, and like I said, it is a little damp, but I'm going to actually take this hair and dye it. Not bleach it, because when you bleach the hair, it does change the curl pattern. But I will be dyeing it with my box dye, which is the Dark and Lovely, and I wanted to give it that chestnut kind of brown color, but not too light and not too dark, but somewhere in between. And instead of bleaching it, dyeing it is the safest color for me, because it actually lifts the hair only a little bit, and it just works out for me. So this is the 16-inch, and there is bearding, of course, but nothing major. The hair is actually really soft. I'm going to actually leave it out so that it can dry. Lashes as well, so there's 2 sets of free lashes right there. So let's begin this tutorial, and I'm going to go ahead. The first thing we're going to do is dye. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is some of the Dark and Lovely Soft Sheen Carson. I have 3 boxes because I have 3 bundles and a closure, so that will be enough. I also have my mixing bowl, a brush. I usually have like a little makeup brush, but I'm not going to need that this time. Also, you want to have some rubber bands for the closure. Your hair, of course. Yes. A well covered surface, some plastic baggies to put your hair in so that it can process. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finger comb through the closure. And this is just one thing I like to do. As you see, I went ahead and sectioned the closure in 4 pieces with 4 black rubber bands at the top. This helps me in not getting any bleach or dye on the actual closure, and also allows you to have a short amount of dark roots. So this is what I do to make sure that my closure does not get any bleach or dye on it, by sectioning it off into 4, or you can do 6, whatever makes you more comfortable, but make sure it's enough. I'm going to go ahead and mix the actual dye together. Make sure you shake that well, which I didn't show on camera, and I'm going to pour 1 bottle at a time into my mixing bowl. I'm only going to use 1 bottle at a time because this actual mixture seems like it gets kind of like swollen, or it just develops a lot when you don't use it all really quickly. So 1 bottle at a time. I went ahead and brushed each portion of the closure out, and remember I said they are sectioned in 4, like 4 little ponytails. I'm just going to go ahead and take my brush and brush that mixture of hair dye on. This is the Honey Blonde 378 that I have here, and you can get a lighter one. There is a lighter one. It's a lifter kind of light, but they're really inexpensive at Walmart. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush that on and continue that on both sides. As you see, I have my hand right here in place, and that's just to hold the closure still so it doesn't move all over. Each box does come with some gloves. I only used 1 pack of gloves because I didn't need them on, but I like these gloves a lot better than like those hospital gloves because they're really tight. So these are a lot looser. So I just went ahead and flipped over the closure, and I'm going to comb through that, make sure that the hair is untangled, and go right ahead with mixing, or actually applying that mixture onto the closure. Once I have evenly distributed the closure, the mixture into the closure, I'm going to go ahead and just flip it on the other side, check it out, and I will then put it in a plastic baggie. And I'm going to have it sit in the hair for like 45 minutes to an hour. It says like 30, but I put it in for an hour, and it works just fine. Now, as for the bundles, I didn't open the bundles up. I just left the bundles closed, you know, just as they were, just attached as they were. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same method as I did with the closure. However, the bundles are not sectioned off. They're just still, you know, together as they came to me. But you want to go ahead and make sure that you're combing through the hair, as well as making sure that each strand has been well saturated with your mixture. And this is still the same box that I've used originally. That box is enough for the closure and the actual bundle. It's not a lot of hair because remember, the bundles are a lot, the bundles are shorter. The longer the hair, you will need more boxes for the actual bundles. Now I'm going to go ahead and comb through that. I want to make sure that I'm combing through it so that way it does get all the hair. And of course, I'm not going to show you all 3 bundles on camera because it's just the same exact method. But you just want to make sure that you've gotten all the hair, so make sure that you're combing through. I like to use a wide tooth comb. And once you've done that, you can just go ahead and flip it over, comb through that again, and go ahead and do the same on the opposite side. Now once this hair is finished, I will then go ahead and put this into a plastic baggie. I'm going to put all the bundles in the same baggie together, and like I said, I'll use it for an hour, and now it is time for the next bundle. Once I have had them sitting for an hour, as you can see, the hair color has changed and it's to my liking. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rubber bands that I have off the closure. And I'm going to use some of my Silk Elements Mega Silk shampoo along with the conditioner that came with the actual hair dye. So I'm going to use all 3 of those and let that sit for about an hour. And here she goes. This is the finished look of my hair, which is the Brazilian Virgin Candy Curl from Premierlacewigs. As you can see, the corners the roots are dark, and I have my closure right here. That white stuff is actually the conditioner. I forgot to rinse all of it out. I did put some combs in them because I love my combs. Now to apply my lace wig, or my wig, I'm going to use my concealer because I want my scalp to look more realistic. I didn't bleach the knots, which I don't do anymore because it's too much problems with that. I have a very little bit of leave out right here, as you can see. This hair is really super soft and manageable. I'm going to go ahead and take my comb, which I love this comb because it is a metal rat tail comb, and you just get a better parting with this. I did go ahead and spray some of my Lotta Body spray on it, brushing my sides down. and just trying to get a, you know, little look going here. I'm going to apply some of my concealer on the outer side of my actual lace closure. Along with that, I did apply some on the inner side. And I'm just taking my fingers and blending it in. I'm going to also use my Lotta Body Edge Control, which I absolutely love. This is really a great gel, or glaze, whatever you want to call it. And my favorite All-See Instant Freeze Hairspray. I love this because it actually keeps the hair from moving. It helps my hair in the front, a little bit of leave out blended, and it also helps my unit to lay flat. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey you guys, so this is my finished unit from Premierlacewigs. I absolutely love this candy curl hair. It's more or less like a really kind of loose curl, kind of wavy, which I'm really liking a lot. It stood up to the actual dye that I did. I did say I love box dye a lot better. It is Dark and Lovely. It's really inexpensive. I think it's like four and some change at Walmart. You can get Dark and Lovely anywhere. But I really am feeling this hair. It was an easy process. It just makes it a lot easier because with the actual box dye, you don't get like any brassiness. I've never experienced brassiness, so I really wouldn't be able to tell you. But I didn't cut it. I didn't layer it. It came to me 16, 14, 12, and a 12-inch closure. The closure is a 3.5 by 4, which is a shorter closure. It's not as wide. But it still worked out perfectly for me. I think this is like one of my favorite wigs out of all the wigs that I've ever created. This is like one of my favorite. Don't wear like a lot of curly hair. Some curly hair that I wear, it's a lot more to maintain. The maintenance on it is a lot. With this particular hair, it's not at all. It took really well to the dye. It has not tangled at all today, and I've wore this all day. It's not tangling in the nape area. The roots came out really great. I like my roots to look dark like this. I don't want so much darkness because I want it to look as natural as possible with the actual roots. And I don't think like when you have light hair, your roots should be super duper jet black, because to me it starts looking like tar. So I don't like that at all. But I didn't have to layer it. The hair is beautiful, beautiful hair from Premierlacewigs. And I love it. It's silky, it's not coarse, it hasn't dried up today. I didn't have to put any product on it. This is just how it looks when I washed it and just let it air dry. I just fluffed it up. I'm not gonna have to put anything on it tonight because it didn't dry up, it didn't tangle. So this is like some really easy hair to maintain. The length is perfect. I normally don't do 16, but I like the length a lot, especially for the style that I have it in. And the color Premierlacewigs, you can check them out. They also do sell wigs as well, and closure bundle deals as well. So I will post all their information below, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And as always, stay diva and divolicious. Bye.